We are live. That's right. It's your boy Jay, the Sports Keg CEO. We got NASCAR tonight. We got left turns. They're back at Charlotte. It's the Alsco 500. Many people got horrifically beat on Sunday night with Chase Elliott. What are you going to do? I laughed really hard. I didn't mean to because my guy's spread was involved. I don't want to see him lose. Anthony, I could watch him lose every day. So we got spread in the house. Maxwell Smart checks in, and away we go. What's going on, spread?
Not much. Yeah, I had a rough one. That was so obviously I'm new to NASCAR. Was that like an all-time beat, or is that pretty normal?
I mean, that's a bad one. Nothing will ever beat the plastic bag. Yeah. No. That's the worst bad beat in the history of sports. That was. I don't listen, man. Alan Gustafson, he's a good crew chief. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, pulling Chase Elliott to pit road with 2 laps to go. I mean, that's borderline absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Yeah, I was hecka mad afterwards thinking, like, how can you design a car that can go 180 miles an hour in these conditions, right? Because obviously these guys aren't dumb, right? I mean, it's just the ultimate brain fart, you know? I mean, it's just amazing that you can be smart enough to design a car that can go that fast, and then you make a mistake like that. But,
yeah,
we're on to tonight, and so hopefully we'll get it right back.
I'm seeing rain in the forecast at 8 o'clock, but after that, it looks clear. So I think that they will get the race in tonight. Okay, so we know the deal. By now, everybody knows we have no practice sessions at all, no week-specific data to tell us which cars are the best cars on the track before the race. But what do we know? We know that they just raced 600 miles at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we will at least have a gauge of how these cars should be going into tonight. Brad Keselowski, we didn't call his name one time the entire night, but he was there at the end. He was there at the end to take it. Jimmy Johnson fails post-inspection on Sunday night. So I believe he starts at the back of the pack tonight. And what else do we know? We know Chase Elliott had a monster car at the second half of that race. He should have won that race. We know that Alex Bowman, another Chevy, had a great car the first half of the race. Kind of tailed off the second half of the race. So this tonight is shorter. I believe it's 500 kilometers. So it's shorter tonight. As far as Joe Gibbs Racing, Martin Truex fucked us. We were on him. He looked really good. Even with about 80 laps to go, he had like a 2-second lead on the field. But the pit stops at the end of the race on Sunday night were not good enough. He just could not get out of pit road fast enough. And it ended up costing him the race. I expect Kyle Busch to make a difference tonight. He made his way through the pack. We know that. But I expect that we see Kyle Busch have the car we're accustomed to seeing. Penske Fords. Joey Logano, meh. Keselowski was there at the end of the race. And we didn't really talk about Ryan Blaney much. He finished third. Penske was there at the end of the night. So we'll see what we get out of Kevin Harvick and Stuart Haas. He's 10-1 again tonight. Obviously, he's my pick to win the championship this year. I think he's the second or third most dominant driver in the sport. So we'll see what happens there. And Denny Hamlin, we'll see what he looks like tonight. But aside from that, you guys know the deal. It's the normal contenders. Kurt Busch, 22-1. He's raced well here. I mean, 22-1, and he finished 7th on Sunday night. He's finished in the top 10 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the last 8 years. So at 22-1, maybe he's worth taking a stab. Who else? Ryan Blaney, 16-1, somewhere around there. He finished third on Sunday. I like Ryan Blaney a lot. I'm higher on him than most. But that's it, man. As far as pre-race looks spread, I think we're looking at, see who we can grab in the top 10, see maybe who we can grab in the top 5. We'll look at the driver matchups. We did not have a show yesterday, but we got the job done in the Xfinity Series race with Justin Allgaier over Burton.
That was on Monday, wasn't it?
Oh, was that Monday?
Yeah, because Monday was the day that I ate too much and slept, and then last night was the trucks. And I don't know if you guys bet the trucks.
Oh no, I didn't bet the trucks. Yeah, Monday night we had Allgaier over Burton, got the job done. Obviously, Kyle Busch at -120 to win the race. What a shit fest that was, though. My God, he almost lost that race, man. He almost didn't get the job done. But we cashed the ticket, and away we go. So, have you looked at anything for tonight's race? What do you like?
No, I have not. I'm going completely off you. I'm a little gun shy after Sunday, so I'm just going to listen to the expert. I see that Tyler in the chat said he's going to take Bowman top 5 at +108. What do you think of that?
I don't think, man. This is my issue. I hate the price. I think he's got a great chance to finish in the top 5 if he can keep the car that he had in the first half of Sunday's race.
This is a significantly shorter race, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, what was it? 400 laps the other night. Yeah. My guess is what?
600 miles. It was 600 miles the other night, right?
Right. So 500 kilometers is how many miles?
I don't know. This is what we need, Ant. It's probably 4 something.
So you figure maybe 300 laps, somewhere maybe 280.
Yeah.
My issue is Alex Bowman is not the type of driver, like they're pricing just based on the last month because he's had a good month. They're pricing him out like he's Kyle Busch, like he's Kevin Harvick. That's why I can't touch it at +108. We cashed on him earlier in the year at 13-1. Now we're getting the top 5 at +108. I don't like it. Even though I do think he's got a great shot to be there based on how strong Chevy has been since the season started. But I don't know. I just don't like it.
Tyler said there's 208 laps tonight.
Okay. Yeah, so it's it's probably about a 3-hour race.
So I can see what he's going for, right? Because if you only took the first 200 laps, that car was pretty good. It was the adjustments, right, that the other pit crews were making that kind of had him fall behind.
Welcome into the boys. Gridiron. What's up, buddy? Rob Elias, Viral Video, Aaron, Dave and Callie, Cynthia, my odds.com companion, Clint from the Die Hard MMA podcast, Viper MB, Ronnie Lofton in the house, Swaggy, Tito, Gerardo. What's up, fam? Let's make some money tonight, boys. Who's the best racer? I mean, the best driver in the sport is Kyle Busch, for my money. But Chase Elliott, Spread brought up a point the other night. He seems to be there at the end, that kid, man. He really does. And he's got a good car. I mean, if his car is anything like it was at the end of Sunday night, he's going to be tough to beat. Kevin Harvick. Yeah, I would say that Kevin Harvick is probably the second best driver in the sport, in my opinion. And followed by probably Truex. Chase Elliott's really good for a young kid. I would say Keselowski and Logano are up there. Everybody knows how good most of these drivers are. Will Byron and Alex Bowman start in row 1. Then we got a couple no names. We got Michael McDowell, Matt DiBenedetto. Great story last year. He almost didn't have a race car, but he was able to find sponsorship. John Hunter Nemechek, he's a kid. I don't expect much out of him. Eric Almirola, solid, was in the Final Four last year in the playoffs. Austin Dillon, meh. Obviously, Joey Logano, 2019 Cup champion. Cole Custer, new young kid on the block, raced really well in the Xfinity Series. And rounding out the top 10, we have Eric Jones, who is the fourth Joe Gibbs driver, who is a solid kid, not bad. So we have Kurt Busch, Martin Truex, and Kyle Busch starting 15, 16, 17. So your best drivers are not until the middle of the pack. I would say 15 to 25 is stacked. Elliott, Keselowski, Harvick, Truex, Kyle. Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
I would say the guy you said up front, I don't remember us mentioning his name the last 3 shows we've done about NASCAR.
Will Byron?
Yeah. What's up with him?
He drives, he's another young kid. He drives Jeff Gordon's number 24 car.
Oh, okay.
Viral says, Jay, Harvick top 4 at plus 275. He can always win. Viral, we were on that bet on Sunday night, actually, that exact bet at those odds. And he did absolutely nothing. He did not show up at all. So I don't know what to think. I mean, there's a reason that he's 11 to 1. When do we see Kevin Harvick above 6 to 1? I mean, let's be serious. Never. Almost never. So I don't know. Let's take a look. What do you got over there, spread for the by manufacturer?
I don't know if I have those because I remember I wasn't able to tell you last time on that.
I got it.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have top 10s either. So.
Oh, why? You're limited tonight?
No. I just noticed that they don't run them. These offshores don't run top 10s. They just run top 3s, top 5s.
We got Chase Elliott at plus 225 to be the top Chevy. Alex Bowman at plus 300. And then you got Jimmy Johnson, Will Byron, Kurt Busch at plus 850. That's not bad. I mean, he might be worth a flyer at plus 850 to be the top Chevy. But like we discussed, Chase Elliott's going to be tough to beat tonight. So that's why he's only plus 225. Alex Bowman, not bad, plus 300. Top Ford, we were on Harvick at plus 275. Now you can get him at plus 325 for the top Ford. And they made Keselowski top Ford at plus 300. I think that's not a terrible bet. I mean, Keselowski was pretty strong at the end of that race. Plus 300's not terrible. And like Viral Video said, Kevin Harvick is always a threat to be the top Ford at plus 325. And then top Toyota, Martin Truex Jr. plus 130. Makes sense to me. He had, we in fairness to Denny Hamlin, we really don't know what kind of car he had because he was in the back the entire race. He was like 10 laps down. So we don't really know what kind of car Denny Hamlin has. But Kyle Busch at plus 190 to be the top Toyota. That's not bad. I like that. I think he's going to have a good race tonight. And then Martin Truex at plus 130. The price is short, but if we're going based on what we saw Wednesday, the price makes sense. Rob says, it's raining right now at the racetrack. You sure they're going to race? Well, I just looked at the weather forecast above Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it says like sometime after 8:30, the weather should subside, and it looks like it will be clear until at least 4 a.m. So I think we get the race in tonight. Oh, how many people we have in the chat? I want to talk about something we're doing. All right, so
I don't have that up. I just have the pop-out chat up.
So you guys know how I'm a content managing editor over at odds.com. So we're going to start a Bad Beats series and section.
Oh, nice.
It might end up to be a whole like section in the website, but at the very least, it's going to be a series of articles. And I'm going to write an article tomorrow and then we're going to take like a clip from the show, and we're going to take clips from the bad beats on this show, and we're going to have a whole series over at odds.com. Check it out. And we're going to start with how Spread Astaire and Anthony Larson got their asses kicked on Sunday night with a horrific beat. We're going to kick it off there. I'm going to write the article tomorrow. Check it out at odds.com. It should be fun. Hopefully,
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Hopefully the section grows to the point where other people could come in like a message board and everybody like write their own bad beat stories and get the hashtag trending on Twitter at oddsbadbeat. I think it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. So we're going to get the exact bets that Spread and Anthony were on. I'm going to write an article. We're going to clip it so you guys could see me laughing hysterically at these poor guys' misfortune, which in hindsight I probably regret, but not really.
I mean, it happens. It's part of the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, honestly, one of my good buddies was on Keselowski. So, for as gut wrenching as it was for me, imagine how exciting it was for him,
Well, Anthony couldn't even take the heat. Here, you're sitting there with about $1,000, like a $1,500 swing for you, right?
Yeah.
And Anthony throws the headset, gets off the show. He couldn't even handle it. It's like, settle down. What is this, amateur hour? Settle down. We all take it on the chin. It happens.
Yeah, so, you know what? NBA betting probably got me used to that. There's times in NBA that I've been covering the whole game, and then some stupid foul at the end. I got +7. The team's down by 6, and they decide to foul with like 0.2 seconds to go. Yeah, Chase Elliott was on Piper's Pit, right? Rob Elliott.
Oh yeah.
I'm just messing around. Coco Bongo says he's convinced Matt Patricia was in Chase's pit crew. That's why it happened.
That's great. Yeah, so we're going to kick it off with that story. And because, this week's NASCAR week. And then I'm sure that we'll have bad beats on this show. And we'll be writing the articles over at odds.com. You might see the plastic bag story one day. It might.
Yeah. On like classic tales.
Oh, my God. Horrific. So, yeah, it should be a lot of fun, man. Should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know where Anthony is, where Maxwell Smart is, where the boys are at.
I'm seeing a question about Toyota to win overall, but I got +220 so on 5 dimes bogey. So I don't know if I would take that at +150. I mean, that's
Corey says that still hurts. Corey was part of the plastic bag story too, I think, probably.
No, I was hiking on Tuesday still thinking, like, how can you make a car go 188 miles an hour and you can't figure out not to fit there?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would take me like an hour to like change a tire, and even I would know that,
Yeah. Maxwell Smart, for some reason, bro, I don't see that beard yet. That wonderful beard that you have growing over there. Like, I don't see it on my screen yet. What are we doing? Come and entertain me.
Robert Allen says, whenever I lose, I'm a competitive person. It makes me just want to destroy the book the next day. Usually I do, but sometimes they kill me a few times in a row. Yeah, and that's probably the other thing that sucks is, when I take those NBA bad beats, it's like, you go to bed pissed off, and then you wake up the next day, and it's like back to work. There's always more games. But having to wait a couple days, I think, made it a little worse. Kind of like but I'm used to it from NFL, right? Sometimes, you lose on Monday Night Football, and you're just waiting for the next game.
There are some times that I have a bad beat, and it takes me like a full day to shake it off.
Yeah.
But after that day, the next day, then I'm usually good.
Yeah. It's already getting to be pretty funny to me now.
Yeah. So Saturday night, obviously, everybody knows we will be on for the Fight Cast. We'll have UFC Las Vegas. at the Apex Center Saturday night. Main event, Tyron Woodley, Gilbert Burns. Should be fun. Obviously, Sunday we will be on for the NASCAR Cup race again at Bristol, which I'm looking forward to. I like short track racing. And then next week, UFC 250. There will be a monster bet on Amanda Nunes and somebody else.
So this Saturday is not pay-per-view, right? Everyone's just going to be watching along on normal ESPN?
Either normal ESPN or ESPN Plus. One of those.
Sure. All right. And then what's the co-main on Saturday?
Let me check.
Obviously, it's not that exciting if you don't know off the top of your head, huh?
Yeah, I think it's Blagoy Ivanov. Yeah, Blagoy Ivanov and Augusto Sakai. And then, the card is it's not great. Okay. Billy Quarantillo, Spike Carlisle, Roosevelt Roberts, Brock Weaver, Mackenzie Dern, Hannah Cyphers, which I thought I heard that fight got canceled. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard that fight got canceled. Viper says weak card equals money.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Sometimes these cards that aren't as exciting are easier to bet.
Yeah, normally the cards I complain about are normally profitable. The guys in the chat know. I do like Caitlin Chukagian against Antonina Shevchenko. That line seems wrong to me. I don't understand why Caitlin Chukagian's not the favorite. I mean, Antonina Shevchenko lost to fucking the Librarian. She lost to Roxanne Modafferi. I mean, you're telling me that Caitlin Chukagian can't beat her? Yeah, she lost to her sister, but her sister is the second best female mixed martial artist on the planet, Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, come on. David Bandy says Dave Betts is on Chukagian as well. Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't even know that. I didn't watch Dave over at SBR. I still have to watch that. I still have some fight tape I got to watch to get ready for Saturday. I'm so busy now, man. So I have a lot of shit that I have to do. A lot.
Well, we're glad you're here with us tonight because otherwise we'd be lost in this world of NASCAR betting.
All right, so let's try to find a bet.
All right,
let's take a look at the top.
Do you ever do these head-to-heads?
Yeah, I do, but normally I like practice sessions and consecutive lap average times. You know what I mean?
If you were to look to someone tonight, like that maybe you think might be undervalued in the head-to-head, who would you think that maybe it hasn't been performing that well in the last couple races that might step up today and we might get some good prices on them?
Well, just looking at the odds, Chase Elliott is even money against Martin Truex Jr. Based on what we saw Sunday, right? Should Martin Truex Jr. be minus 135 against Chase Elliott, who is even money? I don't know. I don't know about that. Now, don't get me wrong. Truex owns Charlotte. I mean, he finished first in 2016, third 2017, first in 2017, second in 2018, first in 2019, and then sixth on Sunday. So he owns this track. He really does. But, I mean, I don't know. Chase Elliott looked pretty good. Chase Elliott minus 125 against Kyle Busch. I think we see a better Kyle Busch tonight. Alex Bowman minus 125 against Kevin Harvick at minus 106. Jesus. When is the last time that you've seen Kevin Harvick be an underdog to Alex Bowman? I mean, what's happening right now?
So before I froze up and I checked my buddy Big Ten Watto that was on Keselowski on Sunday, he did place that Elliott over Truex bet. So he kind of agreed with you there that was a misprice.
Yeah, I think that is mispriced. Robert Allen, the 19 car is Martin Truex Jr., buddy. Those are the two people that we're talking about in that matchup. Brad Keselowski minus 118 against Joey Logano. Based on what we saw, Keselowski should have a strong car towards the end of the night. Denny Hamlin minus 125 over Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney finished third on Sunday, but we have no idea what car Denny Hamlin really has because he was out of the race before it even started.
What do you think of Blaney minus 110 over William Byron?
Blaney minus 110 over William Byron.
Is the start that big of a deal?
No. You can always get track position. And especially for somebody like William Byron. Byron finished 39th, 9th, and 20th at this track. So, I mean, he's not, and he's a young kid, far from a superstar. Ryan Blaney, where is Blaney? What's his average finish? 21. William Byron is 22.
Oh,
that's
about even.
Yeah, but in the last 4 years, Blaney finished 3rd, 8th, 13th, and 36th. So he's had a better 4 years at this track, for sure. But Chevy is better than they've been.
Eric Rhodes is joining us tonight. What's up, Eric?
Eric, what's up, buddy?
Connor, did you see this already? Connor McLaughlin said, "I hate Kyle Busch, but he might win tonight."
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think he's got a shot. Race got postponed till tomorrow. Is that official? Oh, you got to be kidding me, man. That sucks. I guess we're coming back tomorrow, spread.
All right. So if I place that bet, though, is it still just going to be like it's not going to cancel and I won't replace it, right? If I took Blaney over Byron?
I don't know. Sometimes when you place a bet and it's postponed 24 hours later, they give you your money back. They just void it out.
Okay. I'm checking Google right now. I don't see anything official. But I don't have it on TV either.
Yeah, I see it on television. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Well,
that was a quick one then.
Yeah, this is a record, huh? 28-minute show, huh? Sorry, guys. Unfortunately, the weather sucks. And we will be back tomorrow at 6. I guess at 7. We'll come on right at 7. It starts at 7. Saturday, UFC. Let me just give you guys a time on that. The prelims start at 6. So we'll be on at 5:30 Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturday, 5:30 Eastern for UFC Fight Night, Woodley versus Burns, KegCast. And then Sunday we'll be back for another NASCAR race. So unfortunately, my friends, until then, back after this.